Good morning. This morning I am getting ready to go to my kayak trip down the Congaree River, but before I got started I wanted to come out to my little space this morning and to journal, and I've already done that. I've done some meditation, and I'm just going to do my planks and also some stretching. I'm not sure if you've ever been kayaking before, but getting in and out of the kayak, especially for someone that's my age, can be a little bit difficult. So I want to make sure that I am stretched and ready to go. So normally the first thing that I do when I come out is I'll do some spinal stretching, flexing of the spinal to warm my body up, and then I will do some downward facing dog to get my leg muscles and my arm shoulder girdles stretched out, and then I'll go into my plank. So I'm going to do that this morning, and I've never done this before, so it's kind of weird, but let's go. All right, so I put my feet close together, and I was thinking earlier what a joy it is to be able to have a space outdoors that I can come to and to be able to balance. I take it for granted all the time. So arms overhead. And reach up as high as I can. And then I just begin to go back and forth. And this is from Bikram yoga, which I practice Bikram yoga, but I found that it doesn't really work for my body. Some of the holds are a little intense, and I find that I end up with numbness. So I choose what works for me, and this seems to work, just getting my spine warmed up. Settle in and push, push, push. Listen to those birds. Breathe. Push, push, push. And head back. I think this is the one I need the most. I have some degenerative disc, and what I learned over time is that the more I back bend, the more I open up those discs and let the blood flow through there. So those are important for me. And then the forward bend. Now I try to be really careful because I have back issues on this one, so I don't force myself to straighten out my legs. I really do love this position though. It's really good for the nervous system. See, you gotta balance. You're supposed to lock your knees, but I don't lock my knees here. I just like to breathe. Yoga has really changed my life. Never even knew how to be still or how to breathe until I started practicing yoga. I had so many back issues. My feet and legs used to be numb. I'd be up and down all night with that, and so it's good to remember that. I can hang out in downward facing dog all day. but I do have to get out of here. All right, so you can see I am a work in progress, guys. I am a work in progress, and I am going to be kind to myself. I saw something the other day about the rocking plank and how it helps work extra muscles as you're doing this. Now, I usually set my timer or I count when I do this. I try to do 1 to 1.5 minutes of forearm planks and then another minute of regular plank. And the rocket plank keeps me from thinking about how hard this is. And I try to really keep my butt cheeks tight and keep, you know, just a really strong ground here, holding in my abs the whole time. And then I'll switch to regular plank. Doing the same thing. Having trouble with this wrist. When I retired from the Army, I told myself I would never do another push-up, but I believe that it's important to be really strong as we age. And I am working back on my push-ups, so my body's starting to tremble. And that's all we get today. And this is something I do every morning. I'm not good every morning that I'm not doing yoga, but I'm not good at doing it on the weekends. And so, you know, it's funny because I have more time. I do sleep in some. I mean, we get up at between 3:45 and 4:15 most days. And so, like this morning, I slept in until about 5:20. But I really wasn't asleep because Stacy was up because he is going out this morning. And then I like to keep these hips stretched out. Especially since I'm going to be getting in and out of that kayak today. It's a ride on top from what I understand, so I'm excited about that. It's harder to get in and out of those sit inside kayaks. Well, good morning. Good morning, Noelle. Hi. You been eating a frog? Is that why you're all foamy? Yes. Noelle's out for a little while this morning. All right. Now, one other thing I'm incorporating into my life is a little bit of weights, because you see my arms, they need a little bit of work. And so I'm going to do some triceps this morning. Not much, just this, I think these are, I have two 2-pound weights, I think. And I have this shoulder thing that I'm still working on, so I am trying to always be conscious of that. I definitely need to incorporate more weights into my lifestyle, and I'm going to work on that and try not to go in too much too quickly. So slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Get a little burn out here this morning. Always trying to breathe. You know, I'm reading The Art of Living, and he talks so much about mindfulness and just being still and being in nature and listening to the things around us. And I have to, as a doer and a goer, I have to be conscious of that all the time. Just listening to the birds and being out here in nature is such a wonderful experience. And I just take it for granted sometimes. All right, got myself a little burn going. A little burn. You know, I'm hoping that as I lose weight, I can keep it toned. And for me, back in 2007, when I retired from the Army, I lost a lot of weight. I think when I retired, I weighed about 162, and I got down to 137. But I did a lot of running and walking during that time. And so I tell you, my butt was flat as a board, and my boobs were loosey-goosey. I mean, them things, they're like little empty balloons. So I think as I am continuing to lose weight, I want to make sure I keep like my chest muscles, and I think the planks are gonna help. I think push-ups are gonna help. Of course, with the push-ups and my shoulder, I'm struggling with that. So I'm gonna at least stick to the planks. And like I said, I normally do them longer, but I've never done this before. So I'm not sure what I'm doing this morning, but let's see. Let's get a little side view here. And holding in my abs as I lifting these little light weights. I think that's a crow. It's funny, as we get older, what we get interested in. I really am interested in learning about birds and plants and that kind of thing right now. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you a glimpse into what I am doing for exercise. I am going to go on a quick walk run, and then I'm going to go kayak. So today is a great day.